Hey everybody, it's Tanya. I am going to do a curriculum review today. It's been a while since I've done one. We just finished our first semester and we started on using a new phonics/reading curriculum. So I wanted to use it for at least a full semester before I did a review on it. So the curriculum is Abecedarian. You can see that. It's by Dr. Michael Bend. I absolutely love this curriculum. I really do. This curriculum has really made my life so much easier. So just to give you a quick background, I am using this particular curriculum with my second grader. For kindergarten, we used Abeka. First grade, we used Abeka, and then we also tried Hooked on Phonics. So as you may know, if you've watched my other reviews, I personally, as a teacher and a mom, really like Abeka. However, my students, on the other hand, they kind of go back and forth with their feelings on Abeka. And so my second grader absolutely loves Abeka's math, but she was struggling with their phonics program. And so I tried Hooked on Phonics, and she didn't really like that either, wasn't grasping it, wasn't retaining it. So we really struggled those first 2 years. So this year I said, okay, okay, Lord, I need another reading curriculum. And so we are using Moving Beyond the Page as our main core curriculum. And so while I was on their website, they had Abecedarian as their third-party phonics reading curriculum. And so I began to research it, read the reviews on it, and I thought, okay, this sounds good. This is sounding like something that may work for us. So I thought, let me just try it. So I bought the very beginning of the program. The way it works is it's A1, it's levels. So A1, A2, B1, B2. So that's how it works. So it's not grades. It's level based. And I do believe that they have where you can find out which level your child can start at. However, I just figured, you know what, we've been struggling. We're going to start at the first level. And if it's easy for her, we'll just zoom through it as a review. And if not, hey, we just start from level 1 and work our way up. And I'm so glad that I did it that way, just because she had been struggling with Abeka and Hooked on Phonics and all of those things before. So we've been using it for a semester, and she is now in the level B. We just started level B, and she is already reading Dr. Seuss books. So, you know, The Cat in the Hat, Left Foot, Right Foot already. And so, and I mean, guys, we struggled those first 2 years. So for us, it is a blessing. And it could be maturity. You know, we know that some kids, it just takes them a little while to understand this whole thing of reading. So it could just be a point of her maturing, or it could be that Dr. Michael Ben is a genius. I'm going to say that it's a combination of both maturity and that this Abecedarian is an awesome curriculum. So just to kind of tell you what you get when you order this curriculum, you're going to get the student's workbook, which is this handy dandy little spiral book, nothing too fancy. You're going to get the teacher's manual, again, nothing too fancy. And then you're going to get some readers. Kind of get these in order here. So you're going to get some readers also. And again, nothing fancy. So this curriculum is very inexpensive. I want to say, I'm gonna get you guys an exact price, and I'm gonna put it in my info section. But very inexpensive, and I mean that's because it's not anything fancy smancy. Those of us who have used Abeka, you know, we get these nice books and all these charts and all of these things. Well, this is not like that. You're not going to get all that fancy smancy stuff, which brings me to the pros of this curriculum, the things that I love about it. I like the fact that it is straight to the point, not a lot of planning on my part. In fact, probably zero planning. This is all you need. You get everything you need. You will have to go on the website and print off little letter cards that you cut out and then you can laminate. That's it, but that's free. You do that on the website. So that's the only extra work you will have to do. So zero planning. I can look at the lesson for that day. I can read through it that morning and execute it when we begin our school day. It's not a matter of a week in advance going through, seeing what all materials I'm going to need and gathering those things and gathering charts and flashcards, and it's none of that. None of that. And so as a mom of 3 students and a toddler and an infant, that is a lifesaver for me. So I love that about it. I love that in the beginning, when you first read the teacher's manual, there's not a lot of reading for us, very short reading for us, but it tells you every single thing that you're going to need to know to teach this particular curriculum. So I'll show you guys. This is kind of instructions for us, how to pronounce the sounds. So basically tells you how you're going to pronounce the sounds because it's based off of sounds. So not teaching letters. Your child will have to already know their ABCs. And I would say a foundation in the sounds because it moves kind of quickly. So they would have to kind of already have some foundation of letter sounds, although it is going to teach the letter sounds. So you're going to pronounce sounds in isolation. And so what it does is, so here's the third pro I like about it, is it doesn't teach letters and then teach sounds and then teach words. No. What it does is it takes a word and it teaches you the sounds of that particular word. So you're learning your phonics and your reading and your spelling, all 3 things at one time. So for example, we'll take the word cat. It's going to introduce the sound k to your child, and then it's going to introduce the a sound and the t sound. So those are going to be your 3 letters that you're learning, as well as their sounds, and the word cat, which now becomes your spelling word. Genius. Because let me tell you, with Abeka, it teaches the vowels first, then it teaches the consonants, and then it teaches blending, and then it teaches words. Okay, for my child, she was like, what? Just, it was too much. Just too much going on for her. She is my more sensitive child. She's loves math. That's her strong suit. So she needs things to be concrete right in front of her and to say, okay, this makes sense. Cat, obviously, cat. Okay, because all of that add and then blend them and what? She wasn't getting that. So I love that about it. And so that is how the lessons work. So let's just dive right in to show you how it works. So with the student book, what you'll do is it's going to give you words that it's going to introduce for that particular lesson. So for lesson 1, it introduced the words mop, sat, and tap. Those were our 3 words. And so what you do is you'll get out those little letter tiles I was telling you about, and you do puzzles. So in your child's work, have a page like this, and then you'll set those letters out like so on their workbook, like, oh my goodness, like so, in their workbook. And then you're going to say, pull down the sound that says, or you're going to read the word mop. I used a mop to clean up the mess. And then you're going to say, can you please find the sound that says and then they'll pull M down. Ah, they'll pull I down. P, they'll pull the P down. And then you'll tap and say p, mop. Now, can you please tap and say mop for me? And then your child will go p. And then you tell them, now can we say that in people talk? So wording is very important here. They do a lot of teaching us as the teacher and parent how to use language. And so they say, can you tap and say people talk, turtle talk? And so that's how it's teaching the word as well as the sounds. And then you'll have another section where you learn how to write the letters. So this is all the writing they're going to do, not a lot heavy base writing. So if you want more writing, then you'll probably want to add some type of writing curriculum. But for me, this was perfect because my kids aren't big writers, so to speak. So this is all they really needed. And she pretty much knows how to write all her letters. So this was more of a review. And then you're writing the words. So again, you're putting letter recognition, letter sounds, and words all together. Man, genius. Save us time. The kids get it. What more can you ask for? And so then you do that. And then they're going to have a section where you just read the words. And then they do spelling. So the way the spelling works is there's gonna be a section where there's a practice test, and as you can see, it has the words here at the bottom. And so of course you won't say those words in order, you'll say them out of order, and then your child takes like a practice spelling test. And then at the end of the unit, they have the real deal spelling test where there's no words. And so you're getting that they're learning how to spell, they're learning how to read, they're understanding that each letter has a distinctive sound, that when letters get married, that's the word I like to use. T and H got married, now they're a family, now they say P. For some reason, my kids like the whole marriage thing. So you're learning that when two letters come together, they're going to make a sound. So it does not teach sight words. There's no sight words, flashcards of this is the, say the, what word is this? Nope, none of that. Love it. Hate sight words. And so that's kind of how it works. And every lesson is pretty much like that. It builds up on top of each other. So you're going to add more words to it, you know, as you go along. So you start with 3 words, maybe 2, 3 letters, each word having 2, 3 letters, and then you build up on that. And so then you eventually get to the sounds S and H. And the way it works is it doesn't have S and H separate. It has S and H on one particular letter tile, and it's telling you that when S and H is together, their sound is sh. You're not saying, basically S and H is a new letter, if you want to look at it like that. This is a new letter, and this letter says sh. Is how it's teaching that. And so the language I use is S and H got married, now they're together, you can't separate them, and when they're together it's sh. And so that's how it teaches it. And then it's going to do sh, op when you're doing your letter tiles. So you're still going to use, these 3 letters, and then you'll have sh, op. And can you pull down sh? Can you pull down ah? Can you pull down p? And so that's how it works. So I love that about this. So again, after going through kindergarten and 1st grade, and us really struggling trying to get this reading thing down, and starting this curriculum and doing it for 1 semester, and she's already reading Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat type books. I mean, I cannot. That to me is amazing. And so this is going to be my go-to curriculum from this point moving forward. I still have 3, count them 3, that I have to teach how to read. And so I do believe that this is going to be my go-to. Of course, every student is different, and so they may need something else. But as of now, this seems to be working, and I love it. I really do. I kind of wish I would have used it with my older child. So let me just show you. This is one of the little readers that they'll get. And so, did the cat sit? And I love their readers because, they actually are little bitty stories with not that many, with the words that they've learned. And so, did the cat sit in the pot? And then it tells you as a parent to ask the question, did the cat sit in the pot? So you're really asking, which is teaching reading comprehension. Again, genius all together. It's not anything separate. And so that's kind of how the readers are. If you guys have any questions about this curriculum, or any concerns, or if you've used it and you have something you want to add, please feel free to do so. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a fantabulous day.